G'day, Rob Robson, Western four-wheel driver. We're out in the Wandoo woodlands just the east of Mundaring, and been lucky enough to get hold of this Ford Ranger. A mate of mine owns it, Clay Gollich, and we're going to have a quick look over it, or not a quick look, probably a long look over it, and see what he's done to it to make it one of the best tourers that I've seen. Now, before we get into all the camping gear that Clay's put on the back of this vehicle, let's just have a look at some of the other stuff that he's put on the vehicle to improve the touring capacity of the Ford Ranger. Up the front here, the deluxe bar from ARB, the Xeon winch with remote control as well, the intensity LEDs from ARB as well, a couple of aerials, as you can see up the top there, great big twin row LED light bar. The AirTech snorkel, you'll see on the sides there, there's a couple of, there's some wheel arch flares that they're not standard. In here he's upgraded the headlights and the high beam lights to LEDs, and along with the lights in the bull bar, they've all been upgraded to LEDs. So there's a huge amount of lighting involved in this vehicle. It's pretty impressive at night time. Under the bonnet we've got the proven 3.2 litre Ford motor, and that provides the grunt. In addition, Clay's added a uni chip, which hopefully will improve the power, or it does improve the power considerably, and hopefully the fuel economy. Behind that, a fuel filter system, an additional fuel filter system has been added to take out the very fine impurities and, more importantly, the water before it gets to the engine, which could cause some serious damage. Over in the far corner there, he's fitted a catch can, and that's designed to take the or reduce the amount of carbon build up in the inlet manifold, so that doesn't damage the engine either. Well, that's about it for under the bonnet. Let's go and have a look, see what else he's added to this beast. There's probably far too much to mention on this, and if I've missed things, well, I'm sorry. But up the front here we've got the tyres, Cooper Discover STT Pros, 285 65 R18s, and they're on an 18-inch alloy rim. You can see the tyre monitor system there is screwed into the valve. Moving back a little bit, the unique 4x4 rock sliders, trying to protect the sills a bit when the going gets tough. The whole vehicle's lifted, and that's sitting on the full complement of Old Man Emu suspension system. In addition to that, under the vehicle, which you can't see a lot of, but up the front you might just catch a peek of the start of the underbody protection system, which goes right the way back to the back of the transfer case, all ARB stuff. And in addition, ARB have also fitted their Frontier polymer tank, fuel tank, which is at 140 litres. So that should give him lots and lots of range. And as I mentioned before, these guards, they're more than just show. They're going to keep a lot of the mud off the side of the vehicle. So that's that. Let's go and see what else we can find. Up the back here we've got the dual spare wheel carriers, made by a local company, Outback Accessories, here in Western Australia. She goes. Okay, we'll get the ladder, which is a substantial piece of engineering, and that just slots into the little bracket here on the alucab. Put him in, and up we go. Suppose I should wipe my feet. Okay, here we are inside the alucab, on the roof of the Ranger, way out of the way of crocodiles and snakes and all that sort of stuff. It really is really nice. It's fully lined, so you're not going to get any condensation up in there. Each of the three windows has got midgie-proof flywire on it, as well as blanking out windows as well. The awning keeps the rain off in case of inclement weather. There's plenty of room in here. It's a double-sized bed. More than enough room for really the biggest people, the biggest person. We've got reading lights as well up the top here, which the boys at Auto Spark Aussie Park have wired in, and yeah, it really is nice. Oh gee whiz, I almost forgot, the pockets up here, really nice inclusion. Clay's got a couple of lights and that sort of thing, but ideal for shoes and toiletries and all that sort of stuff. Just adds to the appeal of the Alucab. Putting it down, it's nearly as easy as putting it up. I've put the ladder back in its bag, and I've put the ladder back inside. I've also put the little awning straps up, and they're inside as well. And it's purely a matter of pulling it down like this. Simple as that. Tucking all the bits and pieces in. Over here. Put the strap away. Stick that in there. Down she comes. Make sure everything's still in. Hook it over, pulling down, same on this side, job done. The Alucab shadow awning, the great big one that goes all the way around the vehicle. Very much a part of the camping setup. Very substantial thing this, it is awesome. It's just a matter of undoing some Velcro straps. Pretty easy, they pop down, roll that down, out she pops, around she goes. Oopsies. And there you go. How good's that? You can tie it down if you want. It's got some legs that come down, if I can work it out. Come down like that, and it'll give you some extra support on each corner. So really good thing, really nice. Love it, love it. All right, in the back here, the big 60-litre fridge, ARB fridge. On the fridge slide, all very flash, all very nice. The Alucab drawers, all loaded up, ready for the Kimberley. Another one over this side. Down in the corner here, massive great inverter he's had put in, and up the back there, which we might get a view from the other side, is the 100-litre water tank. So yeah, pretty good setup at the back here. Up the front here, the big 100-litre water tank, and the hose coming out the side here. Also up the front, the guys at Auto Spark in Aussie Park, they've put all this soft touch control panel in for all the internal lighting and external lighting for the camp gear, all controlled down here by their the little control panel down here and the fuses, etc. All very neat, like it a lot. In the cab, being the Ranger, it's all very comfortable, leather seats, all that sort of stuff. It's very nice on the road, very comfortable for touring. Inside, he's got the ARB fridge freezer monitor. He's also got his tyre monitor up here. Throttle control business here for the throttle control. You've got an E-locker in the front diff, so that's the control buttons here. Got a couple of switches for driving lights and the light bar. And of course the UHF radio over here. A couple of gauges up here, both red arc gauges, EGTs and boost, and a voltmeter which monitors both the main battery and the auxiliary. And over in the back seat he's got an EPIRB mounted for the worst case scenario, I suppose. Oh, with candle power like that, you're going to have to be pretty quick on the dip switch. Well, we've spent a couple of days with Clay's Ranger, and to say it's impressive is probably a little bit of an understatement. Clay spent an awful lot of effort and time setting this vehicle up, and he's done a great job. The Ranger, I think, is a great base for it. The dual cab ute is fantastic, and of course Clay's gone to a lot of trouble to get all that set up with the deluxe bar on the front, and of course that lighting on the front is just extraordinary. He's got the light bar and the ARB high intensities, and then the LEDs have been inserted in the headlights, and the lighting is just extraordinary up the front. And of course the winch and the Old Man Emu suspension system is just awesome. And of course out the back, the alucab and the great big awning going around is going to be fantastic for him. He's heading off to the Kimberley in a few weeks' time, so that's going to sort a few things out. I think there might be a couple of things that he possibly is going to have to change. A couple of things that spring to mind with me. I don't know about the roof rack on top of the alucab. The struts don't seem to be strong enough to be pushing that up, and of course if you put any more weight on the top of the alucab, then those struts are going to be too weak again. So yeah, that's probably something you might need to look at. The lighting on the back, I don't know about those spotlights. I think some LED strips might be a better option, but you know, he's going to find that out when he goes up to the Kimberley, and knowing Clay, what he'll do, he'll come back and he'll change it, so it'll be a work in progress for him. One other thing, I think maybe all that weight hanging off the back, and being the dual cab, and we know the problems that the dual cabs can have with chassis bending and braking. Maybe in the long term, some strength going back into that chassis might be worthwhile. But all in all, this vehicle is going to be fantastic for him. Him and the family are going to have a great time. The adventure's pretty well just begun, and his Kimberley trip in the next couple of weeks is going to be the start of a long-term camping trip, camping experience for him and the family. So good luck, Clay. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it.